Hey Divine Rebels and Divine Rebel Youngbloods, aka new subbies. Hey to everyone coming through for the first time. I'm Bohemia. This is our channel, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. And today we are going to do another ancestor messages. So I know I haven't done these for a while, and it's something that I love to do. A lot of my personal readings are ancestor message readings. Some of them, people who have gotten readings from me have even taken certain of my methods and made pick cards out of them. But it is time for me to come and give some more messages. So I said, what do you want to do, ancestors? And they said health messages. I said, okay. So we do have the love reading still on deck. You know, I gotta wait until they say now's the time, you know. So the love reading, I think it's been since, like, when was the last time we did one that was just love? I don't know, but you know, they keep bumping it back. I said, okay, but we're going to do crystal casting on that one. They did let me know, so it's going to be very in the moment and all of that, which is really exciting. I think they're about ready to do it after this one, so who knows, they might be like, okay, now. All right, so what I do is I call in collective ancestors. I ask them that have similar messages to tie into each certain pile so we can get the different messages. So go ahead and connect with your ancestors and see which pile they direct you to for the messages that you need. These are relating to anything with health, okay? I personally don't mind reading on health. I've never had an inaccurate reading in this, and I have other gifts as well, so I don't just say tarot can't be about health, tarot can't be about finances or court or whatever. For me and the way that I work, that would be a silly premise, okay? Because I get messages and insight on a variety of things, and of course I think that we should use spiritual tools to help us in many different ways to live holistically and to be additional information on our path. Okay, so this hopefully will connect with your intuition, or will bring to light things that you could look at, or things that you could utilize to help you on your health path, things of all of those kind of natures. Okay, but yes, personally I have absolutely done readings for people and been able to confirm something that even doctors had said. They were like, oh my God, you have no idea. I literally just came from a doctor's appointment and they weren't listening to me, and I had this concern, and then they were able to get that confirmation they needed on their intuition to go get a second opinion on something. Or and it doesn't have to be something negative or bad, you know, but there are times I was told that I was pregnant through tarot before anything else. I had gone to the doctor with baby magic and done the checkups and all of that, and she just was under the radar, y'all. She wanted to make sure things were on lock. And so then I started seeing, and I saw a couple little signs, and I was like, nah, in tarot. And I don't actually have that deck. It's the Dark Days tarot, and the Queen of Cups is actually like a uterus. And I was like, y'all, I think y'all, meaning my spirit crew. And then I think it was later that day or the next day, I was in deep ceremonial meditation, and baby magic came through. I was like, guess what, I'm coming. And it was a whole thing, y'all. It was very, very beautiful and powerful. And yes, so health can be something we can really honor through tarot, and something that can be a beautiful thing. So I'm open to it. Obviously I'm here, and we're gonna see what the ancestors say. So we have option Trident 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is just the piles of cards here. We have the La Santa Muerte is the top card here, if you guys are needing the visual, and it's just an energetic draw to a pile for this, because I know some people prefer that, so I do try to give you guys a variety of picking styles and options. So today we're going by the actual pile of cards that will be read in your reading. Okay, go ahead and tune in, and I'll see you on your timestamp. All right, message from the ancestors here. For those of you that chose number 1, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have Anpu, which is Anubis, we have Nekbet, we have the Moon, and we have the Shaman, aka the High Priestess, reversed. Okay, So I see you guys have had a very intense healing journey. For you, your spiritual principles and what's going on with your energy body, your auric body, is extremely tied to your physical body. Now, to a certain extent, all of us, have that. But for some people, they can really be kind of physical matter over spiritual matter. Things that happen in the spiritual realm don't as easily penetrate their physical body and their earth realm things. But for you guys, you can be very upended if your emotional or spiritual lives are affected or not as healthy. It can very much affect your physical health pretty directly. Okay, now we have the Ace of Pentacles, so I do want to start out saying that there is energy of recovery, good health, a resurgence, a rejuvenation that is here with this Ace of Pentacles. And it has a grasshopper. You guys, I've been talking about on the lives grasshoppers and crickets being around and them being the sign of good luck and abundance and all of this. And first we had seen crickets, and I was talking to Matthew's Tarot, and she said, oh yeah, they remind me of the same message as grasshoppers, which I agreed. And then the next day I started seeing grasshoppers, and they're everywhere. And so there's a grasshopper here. Let me show you a grasshopper here on the Ace of Pentacles. Let me even turn on, let me see how it is if I turn on some more lights. I don't know if it would really do much. I think it just kind of washes it out. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, hopefully that will give a little bit more light to it. Yes, so there is a resurgence here. Now a resurgence. Some of you are reclaiming your body after surgery, I see, because the moon with the Magician or like the High Priestess reverse can quite often show that. I'm also seeing Anubis recovered. He was in a very dire state physically when Aset, which is Isis, found him and helped retrieve and recover him. And then also we have Nekbet, which has the vulture. So vultures go and they can literally show things that are dead from our body, whether it is tissue, things that get cut away, tumors, things from pregnancies that didn't come to be, tissues, all of that being removed and passing. Okay, and so I see for some of you, it has been very, very deep healing that you've gone in and had things removed or healed. Some of you might have went under like a gastric bypass surgery. There could be very personal, very intimate surgeries or healings that you guys have had done on your body. I do see you coming through that. Now, for some of you, you went to try to get a corrective surgery, whether it was for, what am I seeing? What is that? It's not tendonitis. It's when you work in like the office, they always get it with your what's it called? It starts with a T, I think. On like your wrists when you do repetitive motions all the time, like that. It's not tendonitis. Y'all know what it is. You guys have had, or like a knee replacement, hip replacement, things of that nature. So some of you, it's been like a slow recovery, and it might have been something that's been very difficult and painful. I'm even seeing dental as well, dental work. So some of you, it's something that you have to get used to your body again, and you might feel a sense of loss or grieving as your body's changed. Some of you, it's been a C-section, or it's been just your body after birth, things of that nature. And so it's like your body needs time or has needed time to flush out whatever it has been releasing. Some of you might have even went and done like a very deep like colonoscopy or colon cleanse, things of that nature that hadn't been done for a while, something of that. And so it's been a long road. Okay, and I'm not talking about the intestinal tract. Oh my gosh, that was some Virgo humor for you guys. Shout out to Virgo season as we're now done. That was the last ditch humor for Virgo season. Anyways, I'm recording this a couple days into Libra season, y'all. If you're watching years later and they're like, what is she talking about? So I'm seeing healing is the thing. I'm seeing healing after all the tough time. And actually Vulture has really helped me heal before. So I have gone through traumatic times where my body was traumatized and needed to go through deep healing. I have gone through a loss of a child that didn't come to be birthed out, and Vulture would just come to me in dreams and in, you know, card readings and on the side of the road, you know, just seeing Vulture energy and things of that nature. And at first it was just like, it could feel like such a scary vibe, right? But the more you study it, like in ancient Egypt here, Vulture was very revered. It cleans away the sickness and the illness to keep us healthy. It helps, you know, recycle. It's a beautiful part of death, and vultures actually bond in pairs. Okay, so for some of you, this hasn't been your health concern, it's been your partner or somebody that you care about very deeply. Maybe your child was born with intense health concerns, or, you know, somebody that you love has been very ill and you've had to caretake. It could be the mother with the moon here, a mother figure or a mentor of some sort. It could be even a child that you are fostering or adopting in, or that you've taken under your wing from someone else in the family. There could literally, with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, be a parental figure that is, you know, hospitalized or very ill and not able to take care of their child. So you're doing that as well, but you're taking in that energy of illness with you, and your body is feeling weak. Even if it's not contagious, it's just, you know, that energy of sick. Why a lot of us don't like to go into hospitals and stuff. That energy is so pervasive. And so for those of you who have been going through that more, this is your reminder that, you know, you still have your health, to remember to keep your health up as you're caretaking those who are ill, to keep rejuvenating yourself. And remember that you're more like the vulture. You're the caregiver that comes in and cleans away the illness, and that brings life, that brings support, that gives opportunities to this family to bring in healing energy. You're the influx of healing energy that comes in. And even those of us who have gone through very long healing paths, the message here is that the ancestors are saying, no, we see all of a sudden your health is going to take off, like it's going to launch forward, and you're going to be amazed. It might almost be uncomfortable how healthy you start feeling all of a sudden. Like, whoa, okay, I didn't think I was gonna get better this quick. I ain't ready for it, you know, because after we've been uncomfortable in our bodies for a long time, and we feel like, oh well, I gained some weight and this and that, and now all of a sudden we want to go out there and, you know, go swimming naked. We're like, wait a minute, that's a little too that's too much energy. I ain't trying to be that free-willed or willy-nilly out there. And that is what I'm seeing. Look at Anubis here, has even taken in these two other dogs, right, and is caretaking them and showing them how to take care of their bodies. So some of you are going to be like, you'll see on social media where somebody, like within a year, they'll get on a really healthy track, they'll start thriving, like their hair is coming in, their body is learning how to have muscle, they're learning how to eat for their particular health, and then before you know it, they're like a fitness coach for people, and they start working at a gym or having their own place, and they start being this influencer of health and just inspiring like 500,000 people, all within, you know, a year, 2 years, just boom, after not being connected to their root chakra, their health in a healthy way. Okay, so for a lot of you, I see that. I do see people cutting their hair. I'm seeing shaved heads. Okay, I'm seeing somebody who has been embarrassed. Maybe they had to let go of their hair, because I am seeing hair with stubble and patchy, whether that's alopecia, or whether that is through treatments due to something like cancer, or through some kind of effects of aging. But I'm seeing somebody get rid of their hat and shorten their hair the way that they like it, and to wear that proudly. Okay, I am seeing that, and that being important, whether that's putting it into a mohawk, whether that's styling it short, or cutting it all the way yourself, just cutting it down. Okay, and so that's important to mention. They want me to mention that, and it being something to be proud of how you represent yourself. Okay, some of you are thinking of doing that in solidarity. So I did that for someone, and they actually were like, no, don't cut all your hair off, I'll cry. They were a Libra. And so their Aries spouse shaved their head all the way. So I did. Their spouse actually told me, why don't you just do the side, like, just, you know how that was all the style too some years back. And so I just shaved a patch on the side so I could still show the respect, because I was like, I gave you my word. But at the time, once, you know, they cut their hair, that was a very emotional experience for them. And so I didn't want to make them upset by cutting my hair all the way, but I still knew that they you know, give that solidarity with them, which also would be good. So we did it that way, and they ended up thinking it was super cute, and they loved the show of affection, and it was just the perfect mix. Okay, so some of you are going to be finding a way to show solidarity and support in your own unique way with somebody else's health path. Okay, I do see that. Some of you are like, I'm gaining baby weight with my spouse, things of that nature. So now you're gonna go and have a lose baby weight jogging every day together, things of that nature. But I'm seeing that it is time to heal. It's time to release the things that have been making you sick. So sometimes when we feel like we are in a route of being sick, we encourage it, we indulge it, right? We start eating crappy. We're just like, well, if I have to feel shitty, I might as well enjoy it by eating these toxic indulgences that are like, you know, they just make us feel worse. And so it's saying, okay, it's time to be kind of the vultures to our own life, clean out the sickness, go for it, tear those shards of dead habits and you know, things that are not healthy for ourselves out of our life, and allow ourselves to kind of come back anew, right? Recreate ourselves, invest in our health a bit more. Okay, in the way that we treat and interact with our health. With the moon here and the High Priestess reverse, I think for some of you, I would still, if you've been having concerns, even if you've had like a surgery and things, and you feel like there's something that's not right, there is the energy to get to the bottom of it. Again, that maybe because of certain tissues being in a certain way, maybe because, you know, here's the thing, this is the thing that, and here at least in the States, they will not, you can go in and have something wrong, and that they won't treat you just because they say, well, you're overweight, right? It could be 10 pounds and they'll just, well, you're overweight, so that's probably what it is. I'm saying don't listen to that BS. If you know that there's something wrong in your body, you don't deserve to be weight shamed, and they don't deserve to, they're not entitled to write it off as something, you know, kind of extracurricular on our fluffy bodies. Go until you find someone who will look deeper into what's going on with you. And I know that it takes a lot. You're like, oh, it takes so much just to get brave to go to hear an answer. And then when I get disrespected in the office, they don't take me seriously. I'm seeing that. Some of you are like, I have tried to bring up certain things, whether, again, I'm seeing the teeth or with your body, and you're like, they don't want to look, they don't want to give me an x-ray, they don't want to listen to me, and they just make an excuse, and I end up feeling shamed, and they make me feel like I'm incompetent in knowing what's going on with my body. And this is saying, no, stick with it, because there are some underlying things that you would be empowered and able to deal with if you knew what they were. So whether that is, you know, finding a chiropractor who will listen to you and align your back correctly, whether that is you know, needing to have some stitches or something re-looked at, or wanting to, you know, see how something's healing internally after a surgery, and not just have them, oh yeah, it's fine because it's workers' comp and they don't want to, you know, have to cost the city money, or, you know, all these kind of things. This is saying no. With the High Priestess reverse and the moon here, you're absolutely right that there could be other factors playing into either something that a diagnosis, or you know, something that would help you heal faster, or that could be removed from your situation, whether it is a medication maybe you're no longer using, or your eyeglasses could use, you know, need a different prescription. There's so many different things that it could be actually with this, but it's saying trust your gut, because letting somebody who's not being professional, with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, they're not being professional, they're not waiting it out, they're not being patient and prioritizing your health, okay? Letting them get you out of your intuition is that's a dangerous thing to do. So You're gonna know what needs to be removed from your life. You're gonna know, you know what, it's true, like I haven't fully even thought about it, but I've been sitting here with headaches for 3 months and I know I need a different prescription, and they just rush me. They don't listen. They tell me next time or whatever it is. No, make that appointment. They're going to do a thorough check. They're going to get you an updated prescription for your eyes, and that's that on that. Okay. So there's a lot of encouragement from your ancestors, like, no, if you know something's wrong, we're telling you in your dreams, we're encouraging you through this reading. It's time for a full checkup. If you need to get x-rays, if you need to get a whole new test done, it might be uncomfortable, it might be inconvenient, but for a year of good health. Okay. And for some of you, it's just scheduling those yearly checkups. Okay. But again, it's like, fight until you have your rights, okay? Until you have someone who's going to listen to you. For some of you, it's for your child or for your mother, your parent or something. And so you might have them belittling your decisions as a parent. You might have them belittling your decisions as a child who's trying to take care of an elder parent, and kind of use other people's like conflicting opinions as a way to not get to the root of the situation. And this is saying, be calm in those emotions, but listen to your gut instincts and your intuition, because you're really good at it. And when you can better the health by addressing something underlying. You're having a good intuition for that, and they're encouraging you in that, because they're saying there's things that could be fixed. There's things that could be healing quicker. Okay. So please listen to that. And there is the energy to remember that you do care for others. So those of you who are watching this, number one, I know these are long readings. You are most likely a provider for somebody else, okay? Whether it is your dog, okay, your hamster, your fish, your child, a neighbor down the street that you're the only one who stops in and sees every week. This is saying, remember, your health isn't just for you. It's for many others. And I feel like there's many others that you're going to nurture. It's like you taking care of your health is you paying it forward to the world around you as well. It's part of you taking care of Mother Nature, because you're Mother Nature as well. Ace of Pentacles says it's all equal. Nature is nature. So you not taking care of yourself is the same as somebody not taking care of a horse that they have, right? That's the same neglect and abuse. So this is saying, just like you would want someone to take their animal to the vet if they were sick, just like you would want someone to take care of their child, take care of yourself, boo-boo, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you, number ones. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We give so many thanks to your ancestors here coming through, our collective ancestors, for these messages. And I will talk to you again on another one. All right, for those of you that chose number 2, we have the Two of Swords reversed. We have the Ten of Wands. We have Justice. We have Amun. We have Muerte. We have the Three of Wands. Two of Swords reversed again. I didn't even notice that. And the Sun reversed. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you guys, your health is very intrinsically linked to relationship. All right, some of you have just ended a relationship, and when you see people do those jokes where they're like, yep, I lost 130 pounds, and it was like their partner who was mean to them. That's the vibe here. Okay, a lot of you, not all, but a lot of you have had stress due to partnerships. Okay, there could also be stress that you have literally taken on weight and energy and health conditions that were karmically meant for someone else. Sometimes you'll see that in families where they'll say, we have this curse of everybody gets a certain disease, and they're like, wait, it hasn't hit our generation yet, but it's been for the last 6 generations, and if it needs to happen, it can happen to me, they will say. I've heard people protest or profess that often, and sometimes it really is like that, right? Our spiritual DNA and our physical DNA, there could be certain things that are passed down that are spiritually, magically there for some reason, right? Karmically there. And so for some of you, it's almost like you have taken on stresses and pains that were meant for those around you, or through trying to stay in balanced relationships with others, you've allowed your health to go in the gutter for some of you, okay? Because we have this 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, not wanting to make the decision to cut the cord, okay? A lot of you could be Libra, and I'm getting even stronger. You could have a Saturn in Libra or a Libra South node, okay? Because this means this is a theme from past lives. So it could be through your parents or through your romantic relationships, okay? So that's puppy dreaming. She makes weird sounds. So interestingly enough, if we look at Muerte here, she has this energy of dreaming at night, but what she's actually doing is birthing out the sun, which you guys have in reverse birthing position right here, and you have it with Amun, also known as Amun Ra. Okay, and we have the 3 of Wands bringing forth. So I was hearing towards the end, I was looking at these for a moment before I started recording as I laid them out, and I was hearing that Halsey song, Without Me. So for some of you, it's like your blood, sweat, and tears went to raising somebody up. It could be your own child for some of you, or even a stepchild for some of you, but a lot of you it's going to be like a parent. I'm hearing Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, or it's going to be a partner, and now they're, you know, the big to do. They're getting God status. They're getting connected with, you know, this prestige or success or whatever, or are better off than they would be, and you have suffered, okay, and your health has suffered. Muerte gives birth to the sun every single day so we can have life, okay? That's her storyline. So that's whoo, okay, y'all, let's talk about painful. Right here, baby, let's talk about painful, okay? And yet I feel like the people around you don't really they don't really place what you sacrifice very highly. And so it's kind of like, all right, it's your divine timing to start putting your health first, because doing so, sometimes people can let their health go to crap as like a punishment, or a see, you owe me for what I do to those around them, and those around them are never going to care about that, because they're just going to say, well, you did it to yourself. Like, you push yourself too far, you're the one not taking care of yourself, right? So it's never going to happen. But I've seen that with Taurus and Cancers and Libras can really do that, kind of let themselves degrade and then want other people to feel bad that, well, this is because I'm taking care of you that this happened. All right, Pisces. And this is saying, no, that's not going to happen. The people around you are just going to keep benefiting from this dynamic. So it's time that you put your foot down. You cut the dead weight, okay? If the other person isn't up to crap, and you say, we're going to make some changes around here. I'm not going to run my body into the ground, put myself in an early grave, taking care of everybody else and not take care of myself, okay? And it's an important personal decision. You might not have support. You might not have everybody in the family changing their diet. You might not have, you know, people prioritizing it the way that you want, because it's your personal journey. So all right, I'm also getting that some of you only know how to take care of yourself if you feel rewarded by a person. Like maybe when you're pregnant, or when you feel like you're going to be in a relationship with somebody or something of that nature. But if it's just by yourself, you feel like you can't take care of yourself. So again, there is some codependency where it comes to relationships, where your ancestors are asking that you acknowledge, you know, that yes, our health does affect others affect our health, such as with our children and things of that nature, and our sexual partners, things of that nature. But at the same time, when it's time to cut the cord, just like we cut the umbilical cord, right? We can't just stay attached our health to someone else's eternally. That's not how it works. Some of you also might have lost a pet, I'm getting very specifically, and maybe you haven't been going out and doing as much exercise or things like that since that happened. Some of you, your kids have gone off to college or gotten married, and so you just have not taken care of your health in the same way since you didn't have their events and things to go to. So this is asking you to get active. It does encourage you to join in on activities, or, you know, softball league, sports or something, walks, whatever it is. And you can get partnerships, but first they want you to connect with that underlying root of codependency that comes up in your health. There could be an over importance on the affirmations of others for you to get healthy, or the constant support of others. So it's not that we don't want to have support or encouragement. Of course we want supportive partners, healthy partners, etc. But it's just that there's this feeling of making everybody else responsible for your health, and if you can't have the attention or joining in with others, that you don't maintain that, okay? And that sometimes the health can also be used against others. So maybe when you're feeling bad, it's a way to get attention within your relationships, it's a way to get sympathy, it's a way to punish those around you for not feeling well. Some people, they will punish their children for a long time for the pains that they suffered during childbirth, or the inconveniences or things like that, or well, I have to work. Maybe you hold against your partner the pain that your body does from the work that it takes to go to work and provide for the home. And so various of you will be on different levels of that and spectrums of that, okay? But it's saying to look at all of those kind of dynamics, and you might really want to look at like your parents and their relationships with you as a child, and how some of those things could come into play. Again, this could even be kind of more generational in the fact that it could be your grandparents or something. You might see them play these kind of games with each other, or there could have just always been favorites on who was the fittest person in the family and things of that nature, and maybe the other person only got attention through health concerns. So it's not saying that nobody has health concerns. It's not devaluing your pain if you do have health concerns, but it's we could very well use, like for instance, even if I was pregnant, right, I could overdo it and use that as an excuse to not allow people to be their full selves in relationships with me, and to guilt trip people, things of that nature, right? We can always guilt trip and abuse most things. So this is saying, even if you do have a health concern, it's no reason to try to stop others from living their life. Or if others have a health concern, it's not a reason for you to use that as an excuse to not go live your life, okay? That their life needs to be lived with the Three of Wands here. There's life that needs to be lived. Even if your child has health concerns and you can't do certain things, you can still go out and do other things. So it's like kind of cut the burdens, cut the baggage, and cut the dead weight. Anybody who's telling you that you can't go out and live life and enjoy things, they're only damaging your health. And this is really, some of you, for very select, could have where there are limitations on the physical activity that your child or yourself can naturally do. But think of all the stories we hear where people persevere. Maybe, we're like, well, my child can't be in sports, but then they do swimming, and that's something that, there's less stress on their body and they're able to do it. Maybe they can, still do things when they're in their wheelchair, or they are walking with their crutches, or, we have so many different ways to just give ourselves opportunities to join in. And so this is really asking for us to do that, is to no longer listen to the people. Now, it's not saying disregard completely medical help. It's just saying to pay attention to which medical providers we're listening to, because you might have someone give you a very limited prognosis on what you're able and capable to do, and limit yourself on that, and not try to go further with your health. And who knows, there could be a whole new world out there for your body to experience, for your child to experience, even though they have severe allergies, or even though whatever the concern is, okay? So I'm seeing you guys overcome some things that have been plaguing sometimes the family or yourselves for a long time. Some of you might even outgrow certain things like allergies or eczema, something that has been being tough on you. Some of you are just going to grow to blossom, to love, your creation scars. It could be things like stretch marks, baby weight, things of that nature that have been really, you feel, holding you back or weighing you down. Maybe you had, again, there's quite a few of you who have had some pretty shaming partners or parents or close friends or family members who were very shaming to your body, and it made you feel like you had to be like, maybe covered head to toe, or that you couldn't go and live your best life, that you couldn't, that you shouldn't be in the sports you wanted to be in, or, just do what you want, be free, dance, move in your body, okay? And I do see that here. Let me look at this a little closer. Yeah, because this is a dance. This is a ceremonial dance at this on this Two of Swords, but it's reversed. And look at here, right? Gymnastics and flexibility. So there's people of different sized bodies that can do all kinds of things. You know, I know for me, it's always been my friends who would be considered larger by society who actually like to go out and hike and dance and move. And it would always be a joke because my friends who were smaller or skinnier naturally would not want to leave the house. They wouldn't want to do anything. And my friends who were, you know, bigger bone, fluffier, fatter, whatever they were okay determining themselves as, would be up for adventures and going out and could, you know, sprint longer and things like that. So I feel like that for some of you, it's just a reminder, like people, no one tells you what your health is. Like you tell yourself what your health is. And even when we do have, you know, an educated health professional that is helping us understand what our health is, we can always challenge that with our own bodies to grow and heal further. And I feel like in your case, there is more healing, strength, more flexibility, and just joining in life that you can do that you haven't let yourself done in a long time. Maybe you've let that number on the scale hold you back. Okay, so yes, this is saying it's time to unburden yourself. And some of you, it's like I said, everybody, hairless or not, you know, whatever type of tan, whatever type of scars and stretch marks, deserves to go out and get some fresh air or get some sun, or, you know, whatever it is, feel the elements. Okay, go skinny dipping. It feels delicious, y'all, seriously. And just enjoy. And I feel like that's your guys' message. It's time to not let your body just be a workhorse for everybody else. Like, have you enjoyed your body? Have you lived in it? Have you created a partnership with your body as this amazing living organism, even through the times that are tough and painful? Like, it's just like after you have a child, like your body survived that. And even if it was a very, very tough and scary birth with things to heal after, like your body is trying 24/7, like it's trying to heal, it's trying to do its best, it's still running, like it's, you know, and so it's like honoring that connection with your body and not letting others put things, you know, they're kind of sending their rules, their negative outlook on what is giving you life, you know, and keeping you here is very, very important to just really live life to the fullest while you're here. I feel like a lot of you too it's time to get back onto your life goals, your ancestors are saying. And in order to do that, you need to be living in your body to the fullest. Because think of how many times, because we have some self-conscious thing that maybe no one can even see underneath our clothes, we don't go and try out for that play. We don't go out and you know, try to put ourselves forward at our job, right? Because of maybe previous bullying, or however we were programmed by society or our families to think about our bodies. All right. Or some of you, again, you might feel like, well, I'm not going to live that long because, and this is very dire, but outlook, but I am feeling that some of you are like, well, no, we all pass away pretty young in my family, or I'm not expecting to, you know, have the golden happy days or whatever. And so it's saying, okay, let's change that mindset, is the message from your ancestors. Like, what was somebody else's path and what was somebody else's health, you don't need to take that on. You don't need to, you know, we mimic things when we're children, and we really imprint those memories. So it's kind of like, are you really kind of aging the way that they are, or are you starting to subconsciously recreate habits that they had, and mannerisms and mentalities that are causing your body to deteriorate in the same ways? Okay. So those are all things to look at within your journey. And I feel like overall it's a very good message here, because it's saying you're somebody who has a lot of healing energy. You are a caretaker. You are somebody who loves on so many other people. You might be someone who's always feeding others and nursing others and things of that nature. It's saying, okay, now it's time to get some of that health for yourself, right? Sometimes the hairdressers, everybody else be looking fly, and the hairdresser's hair be looking like who done it with what. And so it's saying we can be the same way. You know, your kids might have the best food, you know, be the cleanest and the most and the most, you know, healthy, but you might not play that next to you. That's the sun card. Sun, that's right. She was already knowing. Yes. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. For those of you that chose number 3, your health ancestor messages here. Let's see. You have the Page of Wands reversed, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 5 of Cups. You have Ra, Happy, the 8 of Wands. You have the 9 of Swords reversed and the More, aka the Ancestor card reversed. So you have a card of the ancestors here, and they're saying they download to you and they try to guide you a lot when it comes to your health journey. I feel like sometimes you guys are too stubborn to listen with the Page of Wands, so they try to say, you know, they might even give you a little static shock. I was seeing for someone, put that back on the shelf. We don't want you eating that processed junk. We don't want you eating that. What were you told by your healthcare practitioner? No more of this, no more of that. Or yes, good job, do that. And you guys just sit there, look at this on the maze in this mind of the 5 of Cups. You just say, what? I don't understand. It's like that that DW meme, like, I can't read, so that sign doesn't apply to me. I'm not sure if this is a synchronicity from my ancestors, so that information doesn't apply for me, even though it's like exactly what was written on your doctor's note. Like, stop doing this. You're like, maybe not, maybe that was a coincidence. So you guys get a lot of synchronicities. 8 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune here with the ancestors dropping through. They're like, we're pretty crystal clear, like, we're really clear with you on what you should do and what you should not do. We give you tons of signs and symbols and all of that. I mean, Ra, if you've ever connected with Ra's energy and meditation, like, Ra is straightforward. Sun god, like, sun gods are so direct, so intense, so vicious and forthright with what they want and don't want. So I feel like your health lets you know very intensely what works for it and what does not. And I feel like your ancestors are the same. They're like, boom, like, push you over, don't do that. Push you, go outside. What do we say? Go outside. We literally had your roommate throw you out the house today. Will you go outside? So you guys get very intense reminders. Now sometimes it feels a little sad and you guys are like, man, why do I gotta get picked on? And I feel like for you guys, it's almost like your ancestors care about your health so much, they would even let somebody like pick on you to make you go and take care of your health. They're like, we would rather have you upset that somebody says something than you sit here not healthy and come to us too early. Okay, like, we want you to take care of yourself. Now there is a concern for emotional mental health, okay, but they're saying you always bounce back from it, you know that, and so that is a big part of your health journey, okay. But they're saying that there's more that you could do proactively, and you might not be doing that, and you might just be like identifying yourself with your emotional or mental health concerns, and they're like, no, you're way more than that. You might be forgetting that you are a fun person, you're a person who can thrive, you're a person who can be active, you're a person who has so much to offer the world. And they're like, we're not just gonna let you sit here and determine your whole existence off of your few bad days. All right, it's so interesting because we have this Page of Wands reversed, and Baby Magic, who is calm in between readings, has gotten so ornery during your reading. And I feel like for some of you, you're like, I don't have the attention span for this. Literally, like, maybe you grew up with like ADHD, ADD, and different things, and you're just like, no, like, I don't have the patience. I don't know how to, you know, sit still and care about my health and pay attention to this, and that. I don't want to deal with it. This is quick. This is easy. This is what I'm going to eat. This is what I'm going to do. And they're like, okay, calm down. Take a breather. All right, there are ways for every lifestyle for you to be healthy. Okay, whether that's on the go, whether that is when, you know, I feel like part of you, some of you are at home and you're the ones who don't want to, you know, come out of your comfort zone, open the blinds. And like I said, they're saying that nobody in this is 100%, from what I'm getting in this reading, 100% just unable to ever have a good day. Okay, they're like, there's times you can come out of things if you do have mental, emotional health concerns, and you know that there are certain things you can do to better your health for you in those regards. And if you're not doing that, you in the wrong, boo boo, and you need to switch it up. Okay, so if you know that drinking certain things that are like sugary drinks and stuff like that is going to make you have a dip later and go into that depressive feeling, they're like, don't do that. If you know that eating a bunch of really crappy foods is going to trigger that depression because it makes you feel weighed down and really, really shitty, and it messes with your chemical balance in ways from just having all these unnatural processed chemicals, don't do it, you know. So of course it's going to be specific to your guys' actual health, but these are just, you know, examples as I'm trying to paraphrase the messages coming through. And so they're saying, come on, like, get back on the train, like, get back at it, jump back on it. They're like, you've had a handle on this. You know how to use your best qualities, okay? I feel like you guys are fighters. There's times I'm seeing childhood for you guys. Some of you, like, you guys had it put into you when you were a child somehow, that either your mental, your emotional health, your allergy, something that it was, you might have got some tough diagnosis when you're younger. And so now you're afraid to go be too active, or you're just like, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. I'm going to be, I can't have the patience to pay attention. I'm just going to burn myself into the ground. That's what I do. And it's like, no. That's not your whole story. You're writing your story now, and you guys can rebound. And so some of you, that's the problem. Your health can rebound again and again and again. So some of you, even if you are late 30s, you're still running around like you're 18 years old, putting your body through the gigs, and like, well, I'll bounce back. Like, I'll have the times that I'll crash and I'll be really miserable and it will suck, but I'll bounce back and it'll be fine. And so they're like, okay, try to sustain that positive health surge that comes. Try to sustain those moments instead of just waiting for the times where you feel crappy or feeling like, well, it can't be helped, and just treating the body not so good. Okay, they want you to maintain. It's like instead of waiting until the what is it, the car's on E and you're on the side of the road, be like, oh, you know what, quarter of a tank, I should probably fill that up, or half a tank, shoo, I don't even have to get under half a tank, let me keep maintaining. And then when those emergency times do come through where it gets real low, you know, you'll remember, okay, you know, this ain't but a thing. I have some emergency tools packed in the back. I know how to get back up to half a tank. We're gonna be okay. All right, and it's gonna help you persevere if you do have certain concerns that hit sometimes with mental and emotional health. Okay, so they're saying that you're not just the bad times when things are feeling topsy-turvy. Okay, you got to live a bit more in those good times, and not environmentally and with food and with people, be around people who will just allow you to go into the dark places, or allow your health to slide into the gutter, and just feed into that because it works with their dynamic. Okay, and find codependency through. And I see that happen a lot, actually, where people, they'll get married and everything because this person allows me to only maintain my mental health to this level, and that's what feels comfortable for me. So we're not going to shame that or anything, but the advice that your ancestors want is like, no, we don't want you to just feel like you have to just stay wading through a slump. Okay, we know that you have so much within you, and you deserve to have support and good health in as many ways, so that when you do have those obstacles, they're just obstacles. You're not feeling like this is all that I am all the time. Okay, all right. Let's see what else we're seeing here for you. Do want to do that real quick? Okay. I feel like you guys have to stay very active too. It's just kind of this ironic feeling. I feel like I like a lot of Cancer energy, Cancerian energy, where unless Cancer is in the habit of being active, they can hate it. Like, they can hate it so much they never want to move off the couch, right? But once Cancer is active, it is a cardinal sign. They want to go. They feel so good going, and then they'll love to go and get involved with other things and to be doing activities and joining in. So I feel for a lot of you, it's just getting in that habit, bouncing back up, not feeling like, well, that's when I was younger, but now I'm in this other phase. So now I'm not healthy now. I don't like to be healthy now, or I can't do it. They're like, no, okay, just because that was 5 years ago, last year, this or that. You look, seasons change. We get right back on it. Okay. The earth doesn't say, well, I had fall last year, and now I just had summer, so I guess I can't go back to fall. Like, no, right? Things are cyclical. So this is saying to get back to it. And it's so funny too, because Hoppy here is connected to the annual flooding. So talking about going back to it, even if it's a year later, even if you fell off for a couple years, all right. And flooding is that release. You might want to detoxify your body. I do see emotional detoxification here, memories, letting memories go. Some of you literally can't, we said it, yeah. Some of you literally can't, as baby picks up a dream catcher, releasing those negative spirits and energy and things that would clog up the mind in your energetic space. Okay, sometimes we can't heal because part of us is so intensely, just tenaciously holding on to a story of we're not healthy. We can't have a body that's approved of. We can't have a body that allows us to join in. And that is so, like, we could chew on it. We feel that so thickly that our body, even if we were to eat healthy food, our body would be like, no, we can't take this nutrition in. No, we're not healthy like that. And it's almost like we wouldn't even see a result, right? And then you could see somebody who has a much better health story with themselves, and they could be eating a whole lot worse, but doing a lot better, right? So there is a matter of programming. With the Hierophant reverse, they want you to undo some of your programming socially, from childhood, from, whatever you have been told. You've just been just encumbered by it, just overwhelmed with this story of what your health is. And they're saying as soon as you let that go, boom, you're gonna skyrocket. Shoot. And I feel like in moments where you forget that, you get really positive, your energy starts feeling good, you feel amazing, you're inspirational. Shoot, just straight inspirational. You're glowing, looking good, you got plans, you want to travel. Some of you too, you only feel like, okay, well, one day when I win the lotto and I get to travel, then I'll look good and take care of my health. Like, literally. Other than that, I want to sit here depressed and gorge myself on 5 pizzas and not take care of myself at all. I'm not going to shower for 2 weeks, right? And so they're like, okay, come on, we got to get it together. Ancestors ain't trying to smell all that now. I'm just playing, y'all. But, they're trying to bring some jokes, some levity, some happiness. Thank you, baby. I'm sorry. I forgot to do it. Into your life, okay? And they feel like you can do it. There's encouragement. There's positivity. I do feel like you will literally open doors to new places to go. Like, you might stun yourself. You might feel like you never want to change or leave. And then once you get your health going the way you want, you might feel like make so many changes in your life. You might quit your job. You might start your own art gallery. You might go and travel, and go hiking wherever. Shoot, we find you up in Nepal and stuff. Yeah. So, but it's like, no, the health journey comes first, and then all these blessings and opportunities will pour in. Okay, so if you're feeling stagnant in your physical life, it's connected to that health journey, that mental, emotional, spiritual health journey. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for y'all, and the messages I have from the ancestors here. Again, they send you messages 24/7, so you will know. They send you the synchronicities and signs. As Baby Magic picks up the phone and is playing with the phone, they phone in. Okay, they call in. They boop 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 boop. Hello, what we tell you about the Rice Krispies? They ain't healthy. They ain't gonna get you up, up that mountain that you want to hike. No, they ain't gonna get you to that fancy first class whatever that you want to go and do a trip through the jungle. I don't know, but yeah, so they're watching, they're taking care of you, they're trying to allow them to do it. Look, as she's playing with the hang up button, y'all are like, click, I want to hear it, I want my Rice Krispie. They said, would you just listen for a minute? So please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, for those of you that chose number 4, we have the Empress, the 9 of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords, Knimu, Aset, aka Isis, we have the Four of Pentacles, Five of Gourds, which is the Five of Cups. We have Suspension, which is the Hanged Man reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So you do have ancestor presence exceptionally coming through here as well. There could be a strong mother or grandmother figure coming through, or somebody through that side of the lineage. They're saying that now it's time for them to come through more strongly. Now I do see somebody wanting to incarnate. I am seeing baby is insistent on connecting with me with this reading. She's been kind of responding to the energy of each reading, and it makes sense because she'll do that sometimes if we're channeling in, but these have been, you know, good messages, so it's okay. But for this one, she needs to be on mama's lap, holding mama's hands. And if you see there in the Aset card, we have her breastfeeding her baby on there. We have the Empress with the Nine of Cups, which quite often shows pregnancy and carrying a child to term. So some of you are worried, Nine of Swords, and I see those lemons there, but it's saying that you are up to it. Okay. All right, we're back. You guys might have some ambiance in the background because baby is playing music, and this reading just wants to come out this way no matter how much we delay it. But we have a strong message of a happy family, of adding to the family. So for a lot of you, there could be that there's been maybe nobody's had a child for a while for some of you, or you might feel like, well, I'm like the last of my generations, or there's been more limited, like maybe there's only been one kid per generation for a while. So for those of you that's happened, I see a big change coming through. There's a lot of ancestors who are like, okay, we've been coming through one by one, we ready, okay, we trying to come through. For those of you who are currently pregnant, Knimu over here is connected to one of the gods who is connected to the Nile and the flooding of the Nile, and he is said to be connected to the silt and the clay, meaning that he helped form the human bodies for children to come into. And we have Aset here, the mother goddess, all right, predating pretty much every other goddess, is a derivative of her, with the child here being breastfed with the Empress, and the nine of Cups that shows that birthing through, and the Ten of Pentacles, the ancestors saying, oh yeah, we ready to come through. So for a lot of you, there is a huge health message of getting through a pregnancy successfully, of conception, of fertility, of adding. Some of you, you're going to be adding to your family late in life. You might not think currently that you want to. Some of you will go ahead and put other concerns and safety and security and career ahead of that, but they're saying wait for it, because the hangman is what we look forward to when we're doing timing of a baby getting ready to drop and come through. So you guys definitely have spiritually, your spiritual health, some souls that would like to come through and be connected with you as your children. For some of you, it will be nieces or nephews, but I feel like a lot of you, there's spirits that are saying, hey, remember we had that contract to come, for me to come through and you to be my parent, okay? Some of you are gonna have big families, and I mean big families. I mean like old school big families, okay? Anywhere from 4 to 10 kids, all right? Some of you, you're like, oh no, we just got 1 or 2. We could add maybe 1 or 2 more. So we'll see. So that's a huge part. But basically, you're fertile, you're abundant, you have huge energy of being able to give and nurture to others without burning out. So maybe you had gone through the period of time where you had to rest and regain your health, and now you're so able to just be readily available. I see you being able to, it's like you can donate your health to others. So some of you might literally be donating like your hair, your plasma, you might be an organ donor, you might be having different ways that you're literally giving from your body. I see someone donating their breast milk to mothers who are, you know, families that need breast milk and can't procure that themselves in other ways. But some of you you, you're giving your nurturing of your bosom. You know, you take other children onto your lap, you nurture animals. Some of you are giving your health by going and helping to move and clean and bring groceries and stuff to people who are not as ably-bodied, who are not as young as you are. So your ancestors are super happy about that. They want you to use the wealth of your health. They're saying your health, your physical body is literally your wealth. And so thrive in that. Even for those of you who feel like you have limited mobility in certain ways at this time, and you do, they're saying you still, like, maybe your legs can't do all that you would want them to at the moment, but your hands, okay, it's like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, okay? You're over here, you can knit 1,000 blankets and help warm people. So I'm just seeing that your body has just gifts and talent. It's almost like your heart chakra just gets overloaded and backs up into your physical body. Like, you guys could probably give the best hugs, just knit the best clothes, cook the best food. Like, when you fix someone's car, it's like it's always gonna run. Like, you guys just give through your physical actions and activity a lot of love. A lot of you could be Taurus, you could be Virgo or Capricorn. You could definitely be earth signs or have a lot of that in your chart. We also have the energy of Pisces and Cancer here, okay? So yeah, I really love that. A lot of you could have Mercurial third house placements as well, or sixth house placements, which is good for dexterity. And you know, sixth house is so good with serving others, helping others, and just helping out. So you guys are people, when you do things for others, you do put magic in it, you do put love in it, you do put that extra spiritual ingredient. And it's almost like you just burn off different energy for your body just through all the care that you give to others. And some of you, people could be astonished like how much you could carry or lift or hold, because you might be so tiny. But it's like this energy that you're fueled by, this heart-centered energy, really does just help your body run, okay? So I just see you guys, your ancestors want you to get out there and to grow and build your community and families around you with through your physical body, with this love that you have. Some of you have really good green thumbs. Now, some of you, I'm seeing that you're like, well, I used to be like that, or I want to be like that, but you're feeling a bit drained or injured. And this is your reading saying, oh no, you about to get to that point, okay? Hydrate, let go of the things that didn't work out in the past. Open up those walls, okay? And you're going to be astonished with the energy and just love-fueled, vibrant life that you go out there and live, okay? And that is like you come back to life, right? Just like the Nile brought back the fertile nature of the land after the flooding, okay? So I'm seeing that for you guys. We have all this musical chorus in the background from baby over here. Thank goodness it's all classical, so I can't get demonetized, hopefully, from it. And it's just like an encore. It's just like living life as beauty. I see dance, I see physical movements. There could be Pilates, water Pilates, definitely any water aerobics or activity in the water, going out and actually growing the land. Yeah, that's mama, thank you. She was just doing arm curls, but it was with my little phone. She's saying mama, mama, mama. So some of you are going to be doing like muscle toning. And I see you guys even bringing in, I'm seeing crystal bowls and bringing in like maybe like Eastern medicine, where you like each organ can heal by different sound healing and different things like that. I feel you guys incorporating the arts into your physical body and seeing your body as art. Think of Frida Kahlo, right? She was like going through so many health concerns, but she made herself like art, and she lived, right? She lived life. She had so many different adventures and relationships and experiences, so much passion. And I see you guys living life like that, just creating. And she was a Cancer as well. Just creating and creating and creating with your body, with your experience, with who you are, recreating yourself. I feel like you guys are somebody that if you do something expressive, it can give you literal energy. So you, like, I don't know, some of us, Pisces energy, Pisces, Aries, I noticed a lot. Like if we change our hair color, or if we just find another dimension of expression for ourselves, it's like we can change our whole look, like our whole body can change. And it's this part of self-discovery through the physical form, but first through the expression of spirit. And so with this Neptune card, you guys have that a lot too. So it's like change things up. If you're in a doldrum, if your health is feeling low, literally color therapy is huge for you guys. The music around you, huge. The way that you walk, the way that you shimmy, the way, you know, if you want to be more fortified in your body, walk with a little march in your step. If you want to be more, you know, graceful, just walk more flowy. Like you can literally talk yourself and move yourself into the health that you want to have. Okay, you just have the ability to create your own energy, so you can use your fertility that way to recreate yourself. Okay. For those of you who have had concerns with menstrual cycles and things of that nature, or any hormones that you're taking, any balancing of hormones, I see that coming out very, very well, and a lot of healing coming through that. So if you've had any type of, or even like some people have had to use steroid creams and stuff, you might find either you get what you need from that, or you go to something even more holistic. So it's making me think of, you know, they prescribed like a steroid cream for the baby, but then we found this eczema cream through Ancient Cosmetics that just is all natural, has geranium and calendula and stuff, and it works way better. It's perfect for her skin and haven't had an issue, right? And so some of you, you're going to either get the balancing you need with what you're doing, or you're going to find an even more creative from Mother Earth natural kind of result, or thing that will give you the result. Okay. Yes, I do see any hand issues healing up. So, oh, okay, they're saying hands. They're showing me hands, right? We have hands. They're showing me some of you haven't been able to create with your hands for a long time. You've been having pain, that Nine of Swords up there. Maybe you've had arthritis or carpal tunnel. That's what it's called. I said it started with a T. I was trying to think of carpal tunnel for like number 1 or 2, and I was like, not that tendonitis. What's it called? Repetitive motion at work. Carpal tunnel. Gee. So some of you have had that, and you've not been able to make pottery or paint or make dolls. I'm getting do stuff with your hands, and this is saying that health is going to come back to that. You're going to, maybe you will be getting a surgery to correct that, or you're, you know, doing some natural movements, exercises, spiritual work, and it is going to help see the grips coming back and this creation that's going. He's literally creating a child with his hands. Yeah, some of this. There you go. All right, but I'm getting also, don't be afraid to ask for help in the journey. Okay, some of you do have things that you could easily correct with your health. You might even be wanting to do things cosmetically, but you're afraid of recovery time. You're afraid of taking a break. You're afraid of having to do like maternity leave or whatever it is, vacation time, and more. You're just afraid of having to ask someone to help you out. As Baby Magic asked me to help her out right now. Sorry for that loud clacking. But that was an important message to get things done. Hey. She is so baby. It's a grape, y'all. She is so excited about a grape right now. Right? The fruits of labor. We talked about the fruits of your labor. But I see you guys being able to get it done. So it's like, don't be worried if you're going to need some help or assistance. You can either, you'll have the finances to get the nursing assistant that you might need as you have your different procedures, for those of you who will, or you will, some of you, it's a midwife, doula, something of that nature. And or you will, you know, have the humility, but in a good way, to ask your friends and loved ones to help out. Okay, I also do see vision going well if anybody is getting LASIK. Okay, so you guys have a very, very good group for whatever procedures and healings that you need done. Okay, and I think just like Baby Magic is so excited to see this grape, I'm seeing you guys be like elated with your results. It's reminding me of, oh my gosh, they always choke me up, those videos where people put on that have been like colorblind and they get the glasses and they can suddenly see color for the first time and they're like freaking out. You guys, I just feel like even for everyone else, if it's not a big deal, you might like learn how to belly dance and you're just like, oh my God, I have never just embraced my belly this way and felt so empowered. And I'm just getting choked up. I'm a Pisces, but I feel like you guys are gonna have these glorious moments with your health, with your body. Some of you, she's just so excited. And she's literally so excited that she's trying to sign. She's going like this. She's trying to figure out what to sign because she's so excited. Literally the hands coming back to life. Okay, piano players, creators, whatever you do. Okay, so I'm tearing up. She's so excited. You guys are going to have an amazing journey on with your health. And I'm very excited for your experience with the world around you as your health improves. So that has been our reading here for our ancestor messages. I'm going to go ahead and click out before we get too much more louder crying and cheering over here. Just, I feel like your spirit crew is all these fist pumps. They're so excited. They're ready. They're like, okay, we ready for the celebration. We ready for the party. Okay. You guys are going to do amazing in your health. So thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Say bye.